On this week's show, we are featuring season recaps from our men's and women's basketball teams, as well as baseball and softball. Don't go anywhere, the LTU Sports Report starts right now. Hello everyone and welcome to the LTU Sports Report. I'm your host Candace. Before we get started, we want you to put April 14th on your calendar for LTU's Giving Day. For more info, visit ltu.edu. Now let's head to the first segment.
This season was really fun overall. We grew a lot as a team. We had 7 freshmen coming in, so there's a lot to work on, but I think overall with the shortened season and everything, we had a lot of fun and we grew a lot.
Our season, we were never too high and we were never too low. We were just always in the middle because we never knew what adversity was going to hit us. But that adversity just made us stronger as a group, and we just got really close throughout it all. We played like 15 games in the month of February. So we were always together, and I felt like our team chemistry and everything, we just really grew as people and as teammates.
I think a big difference is just the level of commitment, not only from yourself, but from your teammates and your coaches. Everyone here is playing because they want to be here, not because they felt obligated to in some way. So the passion, the intensity, and the drive between everyone is just elevated so much more, and I think that's what makes it so much more fun. I think your freshman year is going to be nerve-wracking regardless of the situation. This year was full of roller coasters and adversity, but at the same time it only brought us so much closer, not only physically but on an emotional and spiritual level as well. So I think it benefited us all so greatly, even though we were put in such a position that was so challenging.
This was a huge year for learning and growth and development and everything, because everything's brand new. Freshman year, you're just taking in as much as you can, and then I'm just looking forward to being more comfortable and being able to use the things that I've learned, kind of become a leader for the team, for the new freshmen coming in, be more comfortable and just keep working hard, doing good things.
Coach Grace is a phenomenal coach, and she just teaches us all these things that we can use to keep building ourselves as we get through the season. If you play your best basketball at the beginning of your year, then more towards the end of the year, teams know what you're doing, teams know how to guard you, stuff like that. So Coach Grace prepares us in a way that when we get to the end of the year, we are playing our best basketball and we are just striving for greatness, and that's what I think makes us so deadly in the postseason, is that that's what we're striving for.
Definitely beating Siena Heights was a highlight. We were definitely the underdogs in that game, and we just had a really good game plan, and we just worked together and we ended up on top.
I think one of the highlights of the season was beating Siena Heights again, because they're one of our rivals, and just beating them on their home court was probably one of the best moments. Just knowing that our team loves and supports each other so much, we're there for each other every single day. It's just such a comforting feeling. It makes it so much easier to just play through games, play to the best of our ability. Even when COVID messed up our season, we were playing so many games so quick. It was so much easier having our teammates to help us get through that. I think for next season, we've all settled in a little bit. Our chemistry is growing, and I'm just looking forward to working hard this off season with everyone and getting better for next season.
Hi, I'm Stan Eldridge, the baseball coach here at Lawrence Tech University. I'm currently in my 6th year. Our fall was a little bit different than normal in that we were unable to play games throughout the fall as we've done the past 4 or 5 years. We moved into our spring or winter training and lost all of our games here in February due to the COVID pandemic that we're currently enduring. So that's placed us about 16 or 17 games behind schedule where we would normally be. In addition, this year, the decision was made, rightfully so, that we would not travel on our spring trip to Florida. So that's put us somewhat behind the 8 ball as we moved into our northern season here in Michigan. Currently, we've gotten 16 games under our belt, and we've used these first 2 or 3 weeks to really serve as our spring training. Now as we move into April and the early stages of May, we hope that we'll be better prepared to move forward and make a run for the conference tournament. It's certainly been a unique year, one that none of us has ever experienced, and hopefully it'll come to an end soon and 21-22 season will be much more of the norm for us. So these first 16 games we've used as a training period for us. As we move into April, I think we're well positioned with both our veteran players and our young players are up and coming. We think the next 4.5, 5 weeks are going to be really well played for us. We're excited about it. We're excited about the young men we have here. They're exceptional athletes, but even more so, they're great young men with a great passion for their academics. When you combine those three areas, it's a very, very bright spring for us and a future moving forward.
My name's Nicole Heiduke. I'm on the women's varsity volleyball team and I'm a junior this year. My favorite animal is probably a dolphin. I just love being by the ocean and watching the dolphins swim. My favorite TV show is definitely Criminal Minds. I don't know why. I get freaked out really easily, but I think it's cool. My favorite restaurant is definitely Salsaritas. There's one right by my house, so we go all the time. My celebrity crush is probably Adam Levine. I love Maroon 5, so he's my favorite. My favorite vacation spot is probably Clearwater Beach, Florida. I've been going there ever since I was born, so it's like home.
We're going to take a short commercial break to hear from our sponsors over at Henry Ford Sports Medicine. Also, Lawrence Tech wants you to recruit yourself. Take a listen.
If you're a high school athlete with the dream of playing college sports, Lawrence Technological University wants you to recruit yourself. LTU offers over 24 varsity sports for men and women, along with several dozen world-class undergraduate programs. Athletic and academic scholarships are available in all sports, including its newest additions, competitive cheer and dance, esports, women's hockey, and men's and women's track and field. Visit LTUathletics.com and recruit yourself. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.
Thanks for sticking around. Now let's get back to more season recaps.
I thought this year, more than any year, we wanted to judge based on the process more than the wins and loss. We faced some adversity. We started out in November, as you all know, and everyone in Michigan pretty much got shut down until January. So when we restarted in January, I'm really, really proud of this group and led by Alec and our other leaders of how they stayed in shape and were ready to battle when it was time to get back.
I mean, obviously it was a really different season, a lot of ups and downs, a lot more than usual, but I think we handled it well. I think we're all pleased with how we played. Obviously would have liked to go farther, but I think we're proud of ourselves and how it all went. Yeah, it was definitely different. I think it hurt us in some ways, obviously not being able to be together, not being able to practice, but in other ways I think it helped us. We got a little extended break, a little time to rest, and like Coach said, we all did a pretty good job of staying in shape, so it didn't hurt us too bad.
As of now, everyone's coming back. Every point scored will be back next year. And we, as a program, want to take that next step. I think over the last couple of years, we've grown and we've gotten out of the bottom of the league, but now we want to know what it takes to become a top-tier team in the league. Guys led by Alec, who is fortunate enough to get a 4.5 year or 5th year, whatever you want to call it. We're excited to have him back, and we're excited about the guys returning to our program who are extremely hungry to take that next step.
It was pretty much a no-brainer for me. I mean, I still have a little bit of schooling left to do anyway, and then this season obviously didn't go as planned. It wasn't super normal, so I'm glad to have another year to get to have a normal senior year for myself and with my team.
We got 4 young men signed right now who we think would help us right away. And more importantly, are good people and will help our foundation and our culture immediately.
I'm definitely not alone leading this team. We got a ton of leaders. Pretty much everyone on the team, everyone who's been here knows what it takes and knows what they need to do. So they help me out. I'm not the only one. We've got different types of personalities there. So we really, whatever those guys need at that moment, we have someone to deal with it. So definitely I'm not alone in dealing with that.
We front-loaded dealing with adversity, and these guys did a phenomenal job of understanding this is what it is, and they handled the breaks really well. So when we were ready to go again, it was like almost seamless. And so I think our unfortunate situations came from injuries and quarantines and things like that, but everyone dealt with that. So we still were able to battle, make the playoffs for the second time in school history. So overall, you can gauge it as a success, but we know we left a lot out there.
So this year, it's been a little different year, as everybody knows, with COVID, and how have we dealt with it with the softball team? Unfortunately, in the fall, we lost all of our fall scrimmages against other teams, so how we had to acclimate to the different aspects of this. We did a lot of inter-squad scrimmage, making sure that they got game situations. We have 8 freshmen on the team, and so you got to give them some kind of college experience and what's the difference coming out of summer ball or coming out of high school. And then honestly giving the returners a platform to play again, since we hadn't played since March 13th last year, and just getting them back in the game mode, game shape, and it's been exciting. It's been fun. They've had a lot of energy, and we're trying to get there with everything. So we were able to get back, and we had gotten a call on a Wednesday to play January, I believe it was 29th, on a Friday. And we took the opportunity because we had literally just started practice probably about a week and a half before that. And we took the opportunity to let's play some other teams. And the energy, the fight they showed right away in January was awesome. You just really try to figure out how to get some momentum with the season. And they've done a great job. Hats off to them, because mentally it's hard. Physically it's been hard on them. And they grind it out. They day in and day out, they grind it out. They try to figure it out, and they keep their energy and their excitement day in and day out. And that's all we can ask right now, and we're pretty excited about that. Right now, obviously being in a pause, it's a taxing thing. After the pause, we're gonna have 14 days. And in those 14 days, we're gonna have 18 games. It's gonna take a lot of grueling, it's gonna be a grind. It's gonna be just basically how do you play through some stuff. And the players just sticking together and being a team and just really focusing on the team first and helping each other out. Right now, we're 9-8 at this point. We've had a lot of comebacks in the 7th inning, which shows a lot of our fight, which shows a lot of their character. We're really proud of that as coaches, where they've come. So as the season winds down, we want to make the WAC tournament. We have a great squad, and when they're going on all cylinders, it's fun to watch. Right now, we actually have 10 recruits coming in next year. We might add a couple still for the fall. What's exciting is we have a couple coming from Hawaii, from California, Ohio, and of course Michigan. And it's just the class, what we really looked for was the work ethic aspect of the class, the team first attitude, and just being really positive players. And this class really brings all of that in there. When you look at our program, it's a newer program still. And so one of the things that we would really love is to be able to have the best equipment for the players, being able to travel, down to Florida, to Georgia, Tennessee to play the best teams, and to give them that cool, awesome college experience that they deserve. They work so hard in the classroom, and they know it's a privilege to be able to play LTU softball, and just adding to that would be incredible for the players. We had an awesome anonymous donation, and so it's a great start for our field. And so one of the things that we need to do is keep adding on to the field to make it one of the best WAC conference fields. One of the things that we're looking for is to add a little bit more money to that field to make sure it's the best one in the conference, and the players can come out and be able to play at home and walk out there and practice whenever they want, and really enjoy a great experience on that. Thank you so much for supporting LTU athletics and the softball program. We really appreciate all the support. Hopefully we'll see you on the field as well, supporting the team in the stands too. Thank you so much for everything.
Ben Schmidt, and I'm a pitcher. I'd say my favorite baseball player is Bartolo Colon. It's his love and his passion for the game. He always takes it seriously, but makes sure he has fun while doing it. Favorite kind of food is Italian food, because I really love pasta, and my family's Italian, so my grandma and everyone makes really good food. My favorite kind of music is rap, and I really like Kendrick Lamar. My favorite Kendrick album is Section 80 because he's really lyrical and always raps about modern problems, and I just really like his music overall.
Thanks for watching our show, and make sure to follow us on social media to stay up to date on everything sports related. You can also listen to our podcast, Blue Devils in Depth, to hear interviews from coaches and student athletes. I'm your host, Candace. Have a great weekend.